Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Krishna Avatar, the most important avatar of Lord Sriman Narayana, so to say, because Krishna Avatar teaches everything that we ought to know in our life. And Krishna Avatar cannot be described in just a few chapters. But here is only a modest attempt to mention some of the happenings through his Maya in Krishna Avatar. Krishna Avatar took place in Dwapara Yuga. Multitudes of kings of demoniacal disposition had proved to be a burden to Mother Earth. On her plea, the gods approached Sriman Narayana, who told them that he himself would be born in the family of Yadus. Ahead of that, Devas and maidens in celestial kingdom were ordained to take birth as Vrishnis and Gopis in the land of Yadus. Also Sankarshana, that is Adishesha, was to be born preceding and as elder to him. First in Devaki's womb, from where Yogamaya would transport the embryo and place it in Rohini's, that is another wife of Vasudeva, womb. At the same time, Yogamaya, the deluding potency, will also take birth in Yashoda's womb. Bhagavan told Yogamaya that she would be worshipped on earth by chanting her different names: Durga, Bhadragali, Vijaya, Vaishnavi, Kumuda, Chandika, Krishna, Madhavi, Kanyaka, Maya, Narayani, Ishani, Sharada, Ambika. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna tells Arjuna that he will take births in order to exterminate the most wicked and cruel, and to protect the innocent and good-natured, and to establish dharma. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Balarama, delivered by Rohini, got the name Sankarshana as a result of the embryo from Devaki's womb entering Rohini's. After all, everything happens in this world through God's Maya, that is the deluding potency. Kamsa, chief of Bhojas, had immense love for his cousin sister Devaki and had taken the charioteer's seat to escort the newlyweds Devaki and Vasudeva. Vasudeva was also called Anagadundubi, for the reason that at the time of his birth there were the sounds of Dundubis, kettle drums, and anakas, large drums of the gods, heralding good tidings. As Kamsa was about to take the chariot forward, he heard a voice from above cautioning Kamsa about his death to be at the hands of the eighth child to be born to Devaki. This caused instant anger in his mind due to his Rakshasic trait. He immediately got down from the chariot and pulling Devaki down from the chariot. Kamsa got ready to kill her with his sword. However, on the assurance of Vasudeva, in whom Kamsa had immense trust, that the child to be born to Devaki would be handed over to Kamsa, and so Kamsa desisted from such a dastardly act. Later, Narada cautioned Kamsa that Vrishnis and Yadus were all gods who were all together along with Lord Brahma and others in seeking Lord Vishnu's birth as a child to Devaki and Vasudeva, and that child would be the one to put an end to Kamsa. Kamsa lost no time in putting both Devaki and Vasudeva in prison cell, and both were chained for fear of their escape. Bhagavan appeared as Shankh Chakra Gadadhari, that is the one with a conch, Sudarshan Chakra, Kaumodgi, the mace in his hands. Bhagavan appeared in that form to remind Vasudeva and Devaki of their previous two births preceding the present one. Vasudeva was Sutapa, a Prajapati, that is a progenitor, and Devaki was Prishni. They both were deeply devoted and resorted to long years of deep meditation, observing severe austerities. The Lord had appeared and told them to ask for any boon. Devaki desired that God himself must be born to her as a child, to which Bhagavan said that he himself could not be born, but they would be blessed with a child who would be a full manifestation of his. Prishnigarbha was their son in that first Janma, and he became a yogi. They both were born as Kashyapa and Aditi in their next birth, and were blessed with a son Vamana, that is Ubedra, or younger brother of Indra. That is a manifestation of the Almighty himself. And now, in their third and present, that is the last birth or Janma, the Almighty was manifesting as their son. As the Lord entered Devaki's womb, there was a brilliance around in the prison cell, whereas it was the midnight hour and dark outside, with peals of thunder and streaks of lightning. Lord Sriman Narayana manifested himself fully, that is as Purnavatar. Tam adbhutam balagam ambujekshanam chadurbhujam shangagadharyudayudham Srivalsalakshmam galashobi kaustubam pidambaram sandra payoda saubhagam. The time of Krishna's birth in the prison cell at the midnight hour was marked by the exalted position of planets, and the star Rohini was in the ascendant. For a moment the quarters were clear, though it was the period of heavy rains, and the stars were all shining in the clear sky. A soft breeze from the river Ramana wafted a sweet fragrance. At the moment Sri Krishna was born, Yashoda had delivered a female child, Yogamaya, in Nanda's house. Vasudeva heard a divine voice. Vasudeva heard a divine voice and now found that he was not in chains and the prison gates were open. As ordained, Vasudeva carried the newborn in a basket on his head and proceeded to Gokula, even as the gatekeepers and the whole of Mathura, Kamsa's kingdom, were in a trance. Adishesha's hood protected the baby from rains, and his fangs threw light for Vasudeva in that dark hour, even as the river Yamuna gave way for Vasudeva to ford it easily across. Vasudeva kept Sri Krishna by the side of the fast asleep Yashoda and carried the female child, even as everyone in Nanda's, that is Vrajas or Gokula, was in a trance. Once the female child was placed by the side of Devaki, even as all of Mathura were not aware of any happening, all the gates to the present closed and Vasudeva was back in fetters as before. It was at Srihari's behest that Drona, a Vasu, and his wife Dhara took birth as Nanda and Yashoda, with a desire to be close to Sri Krishna, as the Almighty had granted them for fulfillment of their prayers. Thus Krishna happened to be brought to Nanda and Yashoda to be brought up by them. Very soon, the news of the birth of a child reached Kamsa, who lost no time in rushing to the prison cell, having earlier mercilessly disposed of 6 male children born to Devaki. Devaki's son Vasudeva's pleading that Kamsa had to fear danger only from a son fell on deaf ears. Kamsa lifted up the child, that is, the male child brought by Yogamaya from Gokula and placed by Devaki's side, as Kamsa wanted to smash her head on a stone, the child, that is Yogamaya, suddenly flew up and gave a warning to the merciless Kamsa that the one to bring his death was already born elsewhere. Ever since, Kamsa, who was a demon by name Kalanemi in earlier birth, was in constant fear for his life and started using all possible means to find and put an end to the one who was going to be his nemesis. At the request of Vasudeva to Garga Muni to perform the naming ceremony of the two newborns, Garga went to Vraja, and at the instance of Nanda, the Namakaran or the naming was done in secret in a cow pan, so as not to alert Kamsa or anyone else in Vraja. Looking at the divine face of Devaki's child of dark hue, Garga called him Krishna, after mentioning that the child was son of Devaki and Vasudeva, and so the nobles of truth will call him Vasudeva, and added that he had white complexion in Krita Yuga and a red-yellow mix of complexion in Treta Yuga. Yogini's child got the name Rama, one good to look at and a delight to others. And knowing the might of the child as it grows, the name Garga assigned to him was Balarama, who was also Sangarshana, the one unifying Vrishnis and Yadus. Sri Krishna Krishna, Sri Krishna Krishna, Sri Krishna Krishna. Yogasanastha Sukhino Bhavantu.